programs that we managed to pay off the Federation's credit and restore our good standing position. This means that the DEMAWUSA can participate in all the programs of SAFTU without any hindrance, whereas when the union is not in good standing, can only have an observatory status. Comrades might have read about the problems facing our mother colony SAFTU. We wish to highlight to the comrades that the mandate given to us to support Comrade Bami and stand firmly by our founding resolution of being a political. It's English. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, yeah. But let me read. Comrade Kola Nteba, the second deputy president, and myself went to Durban to negotiate the terms of payment and Munsami Atenis. We met with Comrade Ms. Emily Pide on or about the 16th November 2022 and commit ourselves to pay 10,000 each month. Since we met, we are still awaiting their response to date to either agree or reject our payment proposal. This amount is for the case of the organizational rights at the Labour Court in Durban for Umhlatuze local municipality. Thank God that they did not come back to us, otherwise we were not going to manage to service this credit with our current financial status. In relation to the credit concerning the DEMAWUSA's first offices, the challenge here is that there was no handing over from the founding leaders to the previous leadership. When we took over the reins, the same modus operandi continues. When this debt was brought to our attention, we met with the lawyers of Gandhi Square Property Holdings on numerous occasions and negotiated with them. The debt was in the tune of 5,300,000. This matter, we were informed that it was supposed to be heard on default at the High Court. I think you are High Court in Johannesburg. But we managed to bring them down to 250,000 with the condition it would be a once-off payment. It is with pleasure to state that at the end of the day, the Chief Executive Officer of this organization concludes that if we take an apartment with them, the credit will be written off and start on a clean slate, which is what we are considering. And there is a lot that happened afterwards on this one. Seemingly they were trying to rob us, but at least we are not paying anything. We also managed to enter into an agreement with Chairman Thompson Hazel Atenis of 5,000 per month. This agreement has been maintained from the beginning, and we have so far paid half of the credit, and the balance is 22,955.24. There are two credits in the same in this amount. The other one was for the case in Buffalo City, and another one was for the case of the security company in Cape Town. I think Comrade Patience can also assist because we had two companies in Cape Town. It should be mentioned that this law firm did not treat us well. They refused to take any instruction from us, including the cases they were dealing with, despite our efforts to repay their debt. They refused to take our case for Buffalo City on appeal. They said, since we are not going to pay them all the amount at once, they are not going to assist with appeal for the case that they have lost. So it's something that I think, as the organization, we need to take a resolution to carry on working with them or not. Because I don't think we work together with people who don't want to help you when you are in trouble. They want to help you the time when things are going well. 1.12, we wrote an acknowledgement of debt letter to our former General Secretary, Comrade Stephen Foruma, acknowledging that we owe him. His money was used to maintain and service the organization during the darkest days of DEMAWUSA's history. In actual fact, this is a fraction of the money he gave to the organization also a balance from the recorded 138,424 and 66 cents. The remaining three creditors' credit is of our outstanding stipends with a resolution from the previous annual bills to be paid once the organization's finances stabilizes. Number two, constitutional structures. The organization is lagging behind in terms of establishing constitutional structures. We have fragmented structures throughout the republic. We have regional structures in some part of the country. For example, Bushbuck Ridge Local Municipality, King Salvatore Dalile Local Municipality, City of Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality, West Rand District Municipality, Ujana Platinum District Municipality, City District Municipality. I wish to add, because I know we also have a structure in Nelson Mandela Bay. We have a structure there, and we also have a structure, the provincial structure in the Eastern Cape, where we have a provincial structure where it was launched last year in December. This shows how bad the state of the organization is, and the Congress must resolve on strategies to rebuild and renew our beloved Mandela. The incoming NOBs must make sure that their focal point should be in establishing constitutional structures all over the country where we have membership, since these deprive members a lot of information, because there are no regional and provincial leadership in most areas. This also erodes trust between the union and its members. This will only happen when we intensify recruitment and make sure we grow in our workplaces, so that we can build structures in that short run, be able to see these members and also expand to other municipalities. 2.3. This one is the most important constitutional issues which can lead the organization to another registration by the registrar, because it is a non-compliance of the Constitution. If we mean business in terms of renewing the organization, it must be a non-negotiable issue, and the Congress must come up with a practical plan to address this anomaly. 3. It is worth noting that the union has been doing well when it comes to representing its members, although there are challenges in some instances. We have won plenty of them, and some have challenges in terms of enforcing them. A case in point is in Limpopo for Uganda security, where we are still struggling to get a sheriff to serve our papers because of the jurisdiction in the employer's fiscal address in Pretoria. In this one, I don't know how many times we have gone to Pretoria. And we have gone to all the sheriffs. When you go to this one, they will point you to say, go to that other one. When you go to that other one, I say, no, our area is in Pompuga Street. We are from number 1 to 340. That number is 342. Then we don't assume responsibility. Go to Pretoria West. When you go to Pretoria West, they say, no, it's for Central. You go to Central and say, no, go to Pretoria North. So you end up confused. But what we did on this one, since I'm saying this report is not complete, we were advised at a later stage to say we need to appoint something called an ad hoc sheriff. Ad hoc sheriff is only appointed by the manager of the magistrate manager. So even the lawyers, we engaged lawyers in this case, they are still pushing it in Pretoria. They don't know any magistrate court. They said we need to bring a warrant. So they don't know what is a warrant. To go and get money must say a warrant. So we're still trying to push it. So there are a lot of things in this case. But we are not sitting because we have been up and down on this one. Okay, a similar but bit different is Mabokwane security, where the sheriffs are taking forever to conclude the enforcement process, where only out of 7 members have received their monies, and we are busy pursuing it. Even I think today in the morning, I sent the sheriff the bank statement. They are bringing some documents like statements to say that they have paid these workers last year in May. And we have already sent the very same bank statement from last year to say, no, you never paid them. So when we went there after paying the others, they say, no, they were paid. We sent them, so we are still going to pursue. These are frustrating comrades, and there are things that we need to close the files. 3.3, we have lost our performance municipality review application at the Labour Court for the organizational rights. This case was represented by Chen Thompson, Ezom attorneys, and they blatantly refused to appeal the judgment because the union is owing them from the previous administration. This needs a follow-up and pursue the firm as we have been going paying back what was owed to them, or what is still due, because we are still owing them something like 22,000. We are currently compiling a list of all withdrawn organizational rights after the 2018 bargaining council circular. We have met with Afaje, Roskem Savage attorneys, the law firm that brought DEMAWUSA from the jaws of deregistration, and they are willing to challenge the injustice that occurred to the organization some few years ago that weakened our movement. Coming out of this Congress, this should be a priority to the incoming LOBs to pursue this matter urgently. This will assist also with the Buffalo City municipality case, should this be won, and will bring back financial stability to the union. 3.5. It is imperative to report that we are busy reviving all the old cases within the municipal and private space. Our members are starting to receive better service in relation to their cases, although all this is happening, meeting a stiff opposition from the employer. There are a lot of